And how much money are you making trading?
I bought a watch, a Royal Oak AP for like 90 bands.
What was like your net worth at its peak? What was the moment you realized that like you kind of lost it all? I remember Turp was showing me like multiple hundreds of thousands in the bank.
And then you're like, you're so stupid, Turp. Why would you do that? And then 2 days later, I was like, I made it back. And I made 60K. It was these 3 days. We basically had...
So how much money did you actually lose trading compared to like just the market going down and wasting money? What's your position like right now? Like what's your net worth? What are you doing? Like what's next? All right, boys, we just made Turp's house. Boom, boom.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
How are
Good to see you. Good, man. Good. Everything's good.
Take off my shoes.
Yeah, man. You can't step on the pudgy with the shoes.
I got my pudgy penguin rug from when we used to be at the house.
It's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie.
So where we at?
We're at the crib. We're at the head Turp HQ.
Wait.
But you know, I got the Orangie on there. I'm trying to study, see
Bullets.
nuns. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this is like a 2024 video.
I'm not gonna lie, I just threw your channel on right before you got here, because so I looked like I was like relevant, you know. But yeah, this is the living room. We got the 100-inch. We got the surround sound, 2 subs, little back views to the backyard, and it's pretty simple. Just a nice little area where we hang out, watch TV, and kind of chill. The famous, infamous, almost finished racing sim that one day will be finished, I'm sure.
Turp came to the warehouse like a year ago and he was like, yo, I just bought a racing sim. How much was it?
It was like 10 bands.
You got a guitar? You play guitar?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I play guitar. You got the backyard, little living room outside. Nothing crazy, but it's nice to get outside the house sometimes, you know? Then upstairs is like the living space, so we'll go on up there. This is really good. All co.
How long have you been living here?
Oh, a little over a year. About a year and 1 week.
Cool. Let's go upstairs.
This is the bedroom. We got the little couch chair here. This is like a massage chair / recliner. Got the TV there. This is my favorite thing in the house, this shelf. It's like the jewelry that I didn't have to sell when I went to zero. This is Henry's room, his office where he works and games.
You have a roommate?
Yeah, Henry. That's my best friend. I've lived with him for a long time. He's just my homie since he graduated high school. We've always just kind of been chopping it up and, you know, hustling together, and we continue to do that to this day. Basically, this is my headquarters. This is my open call PC. This is Turpbot in the flesh.
So hold on. I don't think people know, one, your story, because you just said that was the jewelry you didn't sell when you went to zero, and then 2, what the fuck a Turpbot is.
We got in over our head. We were making a lot of money. The market changed a little bit. It went from easy mode to hard mode, and I didn't adapt fast. At the same time, I was balling out, going on vacations, buying everything in my wildest dreams. So on the come down, I ended up selling my watch, all my jewelry, the McLaren. Basically, most of the stuff that I was over splurging on has been sold already, just to keep the bills paid. And like I said earlier, I still have a couple of pieces left I refuse to sell because I don't want to get rid of everything I worked for, right? So we have a 2 PC setup. This is the one that we're using for OpenClaw.
What is OpenClaw?
OpenClaw is this new thing that came out where you can build your own assistant, connect it to different models like OpenAI or Anthropic, and have it do stuff for you. You can basically do whatever you're creative enough to think about how that you want to do, and if you have the patience to set it up.
This is what you're working on aside from crypto, and then the crypto stuff happens over here?
Yeah, so all the crypto stuff happens over here. This is where I do my streams. This is where if you ever see me in the Potion Discord or if you ever see me on Twitch, you're going to see me from this PC. I like to keep them separate. First of all, that's just what you should be doing if you're making an OpenAI setup or an OpenClaw setup. You should not have your personal information connected to it. Second of all, this is just also my monstrosity of a PC. I built it the way I wanted it. I have everything set up.
Are you like still actively trading? Like how many hours do you actually sit here?
At this computer, I sit here a lot, but I'm not always trading when I'm at the computer, but still actively putting in probably 15 to 30 hours a week trading.
And how much money are you making trading?
If you're counting no referrals or anything like that, it really just depends on the week. I mean, I had a 2 sold to 70 sold about a month ago.
Yeah, piano.
It was a stream. I don't know if I could pull up the piano, but I could pull up my calendar for you so you can see when we did it. It was these 3 days. We basically had a 40 sold a day, and then another 40 sold day, and then a 10 sold day. And if you were at the stream, you'll know I started with 2 sold on the 19th and basically ran it up to 70 or 80.
What was your total P&L in January?
January? It was 25 sold.
And then February?
February it was, we lost 12, and this last month we're up a soul.
So in the last like 3 months of trading, you've made like 30 Solana?
Something like that, a little bit more, but yeah, around there. And then plus referrals. Referrals, we're making probably around $30-ish a day on referrals. Thank you guys who use code ONLYTURP. Continue to use it. You know I don't farm the money I make, so I appreciate you guys.
So what else are you doing to like make money? Because, you know, 30 Sol isn't like too much, especially because you go crazy a little bit.
I'm by no means living off my trading, guys. I have a company I work with called Reach, and they help bring me deals, which I'm very grateful for. That's why I always say building your brand is one of the best things you can do. I've been leveraging my brand as my performance trading wasn't as good as it needed to be, and I can live off that. I also do have a small salary potion that I continue to get for working for Orangie, and just income's coming from a couple of different places, nowhere near what it used to be, but it's definitely stable enough to live the life I'm still living. And I'm grateful and excited to try to get back where I was and blow way past where I used to be, but without the silly mistakes that I made before.
All right, Rob, when did you get into crypto?
About 2 years ago, I got into the space that we're in now. But a little bit before then, I was kind of in the NFT space. I saw people posting it on Twitter, but I wasn't really in it too much. And then 4 or 5 years before that, the original cycle, I was on Coinbase and Binance, like buying and selling random stuff.
How did you even get into like meme coins and stuff?
So I was doing IT full-time, working for different corporations, running their help desks, setting up equipment for different types of practices. And it's always kind of a little bit on my radar. There was always other people like in my companies that were nerds that were in crypto, and it would be kind of like shilling it and preaching it. But I mean, really the biggest reason I got into meme coins was you, because I wasn't aware of the space until I saw people on Twitter talking about it. So OGCT, I guess you'd call it.
So where are you taking me right now? Where are we going?
We're going to a restaurant in Miami Lakes that is a nice steakhouse with a 4.9 star review. It's called El Churrasco.
El Churrasco Grill.
Purchase all tracks today.
Remember when you started trading crypto? You remember how much Solana I kept sending you?
Yes, the amount of money, USD, we're around $12,000 to $14,000
Really?
over 4 months.
Because people always ask, like, when I first started trading, like, how much money did you lose? I personally didn't lose anything. I was already really deep into it. But he kind of came, like, midway through it. Damn, you really lost 12 grand?
I lost $6,000 of my own money from the 401k, and then I lost $12,000 to $14,000 of your money over 3 months. And I remember counting, being, like, really distraught, telling you, bro, I don't want to keep losing your money. And then you're like, nah, bro, you're just going to lock in. Like, just, like, this is what you did wrong. And then just somehow winning. And then I made like 50, 60K in like 2 days, and I went to go pay you back, and this is the most Giga Chat thing ever. He's like, nah, bro, keep it.
Yeah, I remember, like, I would send him maybe like 2-3 SOL every day when SOL was like 200, 250. I didn't realize it was that much though. But every day he would just lose it all. He'd be like,
I was honestly getting rinsed.
And it was like overall, it's like every day before he got famous. What was like your net worth at its peak?
600-ish.
Damn.
350K in the bank liquid. With
I remember
100K
that
wrist,
day.
with a 100K watch on the wrist.
I remember Turp was showing me like multiple hundreds of thousands in the bank, and I was like, bro, you buy a house and put it onto like a high yield savings. And then eventually when he was down to like his last 100K, he full ported. What'd you full port at 100K?
I bought a watch, a Royal Oak AP for like 90 bands when I had like 100K. But the thing is, like, we still cooked after that. Like, it's just that at some point later on, we started going straight down, and I started selling this, rinsing it, selling that, rinsed it, sold the watch, rinsed it.
So how much money did you actually lose trading compared to like just the market going down and wasting money?
I would say I lost 70% of the money that I lost trading, and the rest I lost from absolutely egregious spending.
Do you have like a rocket money like spending from last year or 2024?
Yeah, I checked my rocket money. I posted it on Twitter. You guys might be able to throw that on the stream, on the page. We spent over $20,000 on just poppy stake alone within a year.
And what about total?
Total?
Do you know or no?
Yeah, somewhere between $250,000 to $300,000 I spent between rent and bills and splurging and traveling and just everything.
All right, boys. Well, we just finished up lunch here at this spot that Turp brought us to. and now we're gonna head back to his place. Trump said he's gonna serenade me. He just bought me lunch, and now he's gonna serenade me.
Big booty and big titties too. Come here, please. Turf's ready for you.
I want to get into what this video is really about. You know, you had this crazy come up. You've been in like already a ton of content. You know, you've been showcasing your life for the last 2 years online. We've seen all the crazy cars, the crazy trips, everything that you've been able to accomplish. And the current position that you're in, I think a lot of people are, you know, have been in or are currently in. Even myself, I've been in. What was the moment you realized that like, shit, you kind of lost it all?
You know, I would say I was pretty delusional at first on the way down, because you had to be delusional to get there in the first place, right? Like, I had to take a lot of losses and go through months of losses to even win in the first place. So I was already ready to take me on the cheek, and I figured, you know, I was just going through that part of the downtrend before my next uptrend, which was probably true if you zoom out. But I mean, at first I was just kind of delusional. I was like, well, I'm just gonna wake up every day, I'm gonna throw myself to the fire. And because I was streaming and pushing every day, and I was forcing myself to train basically 12 hours a day, I wasn't taking a step back from the market ever, or taking any breaks. And that really, like, just compounded the damage. It was really fast. I started blasting size. I started doing stupid stuff. Then I did take a long break for 3 months, 4 months, and that's when it hit. When I was too scared to even trade, and the money stopped coming in, and the bills were piling up. That's when it was like, I fucked up. I didn't believe if I could ever make that kind of income again. My sponsorship started dropping me. Everything started like happening all at once, and I was pretty nervous, to be honest, for a little bit. I was stressed out. I started selling everything. I sold all my watches. I sold half my jewelry, like just to survive, man. You know.
So what's your position like right now? Like, what's your net worth? What are you doing? Like, what's next? How are you gonna get back up from where you are? Where are you?
So right now, I would say like, one of the things that I did that I don't necessarily regret is I bought all the stuff I wanted when I had money, and now I have those things. So I don't really need for anything. When I wake up in the morning, I look around me and it's everything that I wanted. I still have the car, still have the house, computers, TVs, just everything's good. So as long as I keep my bills paid, I'm actually pretty happy. Like, I feel very I'm not just living and keeping my bills paid. Keeping my bills paid is me living my dream life. So I'm very happy still. That being said, my net worth is very low. I am playing with fire. I coast to zero. I would say right now I have about 5-10K to my name. I coast really close to zero often. Like I said in that video, we are living paycheck to paycheck, which means you're living off zero. That means there is no savings or emergency money. That being said, I've done well enough to kind of position myself to have some income from my agency, and to have some income from you, that you give me opportunities. And I am working on some stuff in AI to build more income sources. And I'm also trading a little bit, getting back into trading. I've been pushing my referral code. People, thank you guys for using it, and that's helping me build a little bit of income again. And we're just kind of putting a couple of eggs in a couple of baskets, staying strong on what got me here in the first place: crypto, Web3, technology, AI, making content. And you guys are gonna see some pretty cool videos coming soon. And yeah, man, I mean, I'm as far as
what are you doing? What is pretty cool videos coming?
Pretty cool. So I have 3 channels. I have a car channel. We're doing collabs with car other YouTubers. I actually got lucky enough to kind of sneak my way into an ecosystem of YouTubers that do car content. So we're playing a lot of stuff like that. In the meme coin space, I have some interviews with some of your favorite KOLs planned that I used to do back in the day. Took a break, but we're bringing the interviews back, so those are coming soon. And just fun IRL videos, kind of like this, where you're gonna see days in the life of what I'm doing, where I'm at, who I'm hanging out with, and just, you know, a glimpse of me, and not just what people, not just the meme coin this or crypto this, or sometimes people just want to see Terp. You know, this is Terp, so you get to see some of that too on my IRL channel. And also videos to teach people AI. So if you guys are interested in vibe coding, if you guys have been seeing everybody talk about it, but you don't know what the hell it is and why it's important, I'll show you why. And once you realize, you'll be panicking too, like everybody else. We're panicking. We can't learn enough, and we can't build enough fast enough.
What was your first big trader moment where you were like, damn, I can actually do this stuff?
It was, I believe, August of 2024. I managed to make $60,000 in 2 to 3 days. I don't remember exactly what trades I did it on, but I remember it was just like, I literally went from having like $3,000 in the bank to having $60,000 in the bank within 3 days. And I was like, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck,
Do you
holy fuck.
think this is still possible?
Yes, I still think it's possible. Not the way that I did it before, brainlessly without skill. I got lucky before. You could still get lucky now.
Would you recommend someone to start trading meme coins?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend you not to do it if it's something that you think that you would be good at. I still think there's opportunity. I just think it's completely different. Like, you can't go into it like we used to. You used to be able to just stare at there. That's funny. Click buy. There was a good chance it would go up. It's not like that anymore. You know, it's not like that anymore. We don't have 50 coins stuck at bonding anymore. We just don't. But there's still money to be made. But I would say it's more gambling-esque than it used to be. It used to be more of a skill-based gambling, and now it's more RNG-based.
When the money started hitting, what was the first stupid thing you bought?
I mean, I bought the Model 3 Tesla like right away because I needed to trade my car in. Long story short, I needed to trade it in. But I don't know if that was really that stupid. Maybe the Cybertruck, when I'm trading that in for the Cybertruck just because you said you won't.
I said you won't.
You said you won't when we lived in the penthouse. And I just immediately pulled out the app and I pressed order within like 2 minutes. Because I was up like, do you know the craziest part? You remember when I did that? And then you're like, you're so stupid, Turp. Why would you do that? And then 2 days later, I was like, I made it back. And I made 60K. I made the entire amount in the Cybertruck back 48 hours after buying it.
I think the stupidest Turp purchase I remember is I bought a 98-inch TV, so he went out and bought 100.
No. He bought a 98-inch TV for upstairs. And I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck you. I'm going to make downstairs nicer than upstairs. And I bought a 100-inch. To this day, I have that TV. And when I went broke, I still have the TV. Does not stupid purchase. I still am. Every time I watch a movie, every time I watch anime, I'm thankful I bought nice shit when I had money. I still have it when I'm broke.
Have you ever thought about quitting crypto entirely?
I mean, of course, I think I've thought about every option. Like, I've gone through my options before. One, like, I have 12 years of IT. My LinkedIn is very active. I could go back to an IT job.
Do you want to go back?
No, I never made enough money to where I feel like I didn't hate doing it. It's not that the job itself that I didn't like. It was just the compensation for the job wasn't there. And, like, what you need to do to get the compensation that I'd be happy with doing that kind of job just isn't there for me. So I probably won't ever go back. I mean, obviously, like, if I had no choice, I would. But I also don't think we have that many years of that stuff being available as technology and automations happen. So I think that will eventually be a dead end for me anyways. And I want to make sure I don't have a dead end straight in my face.
Where do you want to go? What's next? Like, what are you trying to accomplish here in the next 12 months? Maybe we can set some goals and look back at this in a year from now. How much money do you want to make? Tell us.
Well, the first goal I wanted to set was just learning this AI stuff so that I can actually use it and build it and deploy something and make money. So I want to make money with my knowledge there. We have a Discord group that I made where I'm going to be teaching people. That is a paid group. That's going to be one thing that I'm focused on. Another thing I'm focused on is my personal brand. I did not do the best job this last couple of years, and I did the same thing in the gaming careers. I just didn't do the best job at short form posting on everything and letting you guys see enough about my life. I had a couple of viral moments. Realistically, I could have had 100x more of those moments, but I wasn't posting enough. I love making content. It's something I enjoy, and it helps me like explore my creativity in a way that's like conducive for my future. So I want to keep doing that. So we're going to keep focusing on that. And that's why I say, guys, like, you will see more stuff from me, and it might be random to you. It might not be crypto related. It might be car related. It might be AI related. It might be crypto related. It might just be lifestyle stuff. It might just be a random collab with a random person.
All right, Terp. So I think this video wrapped up a lot of really good questions people were wondering about you. You know, you started from zero, literally borrowing money from me to start trading crypto, ran that up to $600,000, and now you're restarting over again. What's one piece of advice you want to end this video with?
Just live in reality, right? It's just really easy to overdo something. Like, you're having a lot of success, you're starting to make a lot of money, and there's like red flags that you probably ignore because you're just so excited. You just got to keep the emotion in check and just keep thinking logically the way that you got there in the first place. I never got the money that I made because I was crashing out and spending money and being stupid. I made it because I was waking up at 8 in the morning, logged in, staying on the computer till 8 in the morning again, 12-hour days straight, just grinding, staying in calls, learning. And the second I started making money, I stopped being the same exact version of locked in because I wasn't as stressed, I wasn't as desperate. And I started spending it in a way that I never had before. And had I kept my original budgeting and my original work ethic, probably wouldn't be in this spot. So that's all you gotta do. Just don't make those stupid mistakes that you know better. You already know better.
Brother, thank you for having us today. Thanks for sharing your story on the channel. And hope you guys out there can learn from his mistakes, also learn from his successes. Where can they find you?
You can find me on OnlyTerp on all socials. Check me out. Got a couple YouTube channels, but you can find them. Just go to my Twitter. Everything's from there. So, peace, guys.